Welcome into the Scions, the Everyday Grind News, World of Warcraft edition. You can now make 60 characters in World of Warcraft. As Blizzard states right here, the Dragonflight pre-patch is upon us this week. And with it, players have noticed the maximum character limit has been increased from 50 to 60 characters. This change is visible right now on the Dragonflight pre-patch PTR, and it is now confirmed live. The Mage Tower is gone. But don't forget, it's coming back. Warcraft stated this week, we have some extra work to do on the Mage Tower challenge to provide the best experience for those who are pursuing its rewards. So with the pre-expansion patch 10.0 next week, which is this week we're in right now, we're going to disable the Mage Tower. We hope to re-enable the Mage Tower soon after the launch of Dragonflight. We'll let you know as soon as we can confirm a date for that. Many players are experiencing some FPS stuttering issues. Warcraft has a workaround until they can get things fixed. Let's take a look at that. Many players have been experiencing FPS stutter issues since the Dragonflight pre-patch went live this week. This extremely annoying issue is caused by a performance drop as the game loads new assets that have been added with the pre-patch. Fortunately, there is a band-aid solution that you can apply until this issue is fixed. Note that Mac players don't seem to be having an issue. This is a PC problem for the moment. Simply type in these commands. Are you tired of dropping your rating in the rated solo shuffle matches because players leave? Blizzard is cracking down on that. Blizzard states, thank you for your continued feedback on rated solo shuffle. As mentioned in the original post, we want to de-incentivize players from leaving their match, punish them appropriately, and have minimal impact on players who did not leave. After an update we intend to make next week, players who leave a rated solo shuffle match will now lose personal rating equivalent to losing all 6 rounds within a match, while the remaining players will not have a change in their rating. Additionally, we will increase the duration of the deserter penalty on repeat leavers. We'll continue to monitor feedback and player behavior in rated solo shuffle. Thanks again. Season of Mastery players waiting for the right time to transfer their characters have now noticed that transfers have been disabled, but Warcraft says they will be available again November 1st. We're going to need some more time to configure and test all this, so we are aiming to enable the Season of Mastery transfer service the week of November 1st at the earliest. We know that Season of Mastery players have been waiting a long time for this, and we want to get your Season of Mastery characters moved over to Wrath Classic or Classic Era as soon as possible. And we also want to make sure that you have satisfactory options for destinations as well. If you are a lover of World of Warcraft lore, a new book will become available soon, comprising Northrend notes by Muradin Bronzebeard. The new book, Exploring Azeroth Northrend, is due out on November 15th, 2022, narrated by Muradin, Magni, and Bronzebeard. This book explores the frozen continent of Northrend. Amazon UK has released some preview pages of this book. You can find them on wowhead.com. Players are upset that the Threads of Fate option to level through Shadowlands has been removed with the pre-patch. Don't fret, it's coming back in Dragonflight. Here are the developers' notes. The goal with Threads of Fate was to help alleviate the linear path of Shadowlands for alts, as it was the only way for players to level from 50 to 60. Now that Shadowlands has been moved into Chromie Time and Chromie Time's level cap has been increased to 60, players have a multitude of methods to reach level 60. Players currently in Threads of Fate can continue through it, but the option will not be available for any new characters. Warcraft goes on to say, we do not have plans to do similar removals with Dragonflight's adventure mode in future expansions. Threads of Fate is a choice to use in Shadowlands and irreversibly changes a player's character once it is chosen. It previously created 2 different experiences of Shadowlands, which would double to 4, with both of the level up and Threads of Fate being accessible within Chromie Time. Adventure mode in Dragonflight is an overlay to the level up experience and is always on once it is earned, regardless of decisions the player makes. Players have been very vocal to Blizzard Entertainment about legacy raids in Legion. Blizzard listened, and here's where they stand on the legacy raids in Legion. With the launch of Dragonflight and players reaching level 70, legacy raid damage buff has been enabled for Legion content. That means that players at level 70 will deal increased damage and take reduced damage while doing Legion content. When comparing logs, level 70 characters deal around 8 to 10 times more damage damage while doing Legion instance content. The pre-patch for Dragonflight is now live on all servers, and players have had to deal with UI changes and talent tree changes. However, some players are upset, and there's been a bit of a kerfuffle, if you will, on how you get your old UI back. You can't quite get it back, but let's take a look at it. Some of the elements have changed in the UI and cannot be fixed, but you can go to Wowhead. I'll leave the website in the description below. You can import this layout that they made on their website and apply it to your own HUD in the game. As you can see here, the author from this article in Wowhead says, looks pretty familiar, doesn't it? It's not perfect since there are elements that cannot be changed, such as the display of the utility buttons, ag, collections, quests, achievements, etc. But a functional heart of the old UI is there. Questions have been asked if you need to purchase Dragonflight in order to get a hold of the Drakthir and the Evoker class to play it on November 15th. Yes, you do. In the Dragonflight features trailer, Blizzard revealed that you must pre-purchase Dragonflight in order to access Evokers on November 15th. Shadowlands has been included into the base subscription of Dragonflight. What does that mean? It simply means that if you purchase Dragonflight, you get Shadowlands for free. No need to pay for it. Every race in World of Warcraft can now be a rogue, a mage, or a priest. Warcraft announcing earlier this week, with the arrival of the Dragonflight first phase of the pre-expansion patch, all playable races will be able to join the fray as scholarly mages, cunning rogues, or devout priests. This change will add 8 new race and class combinations to Dragonflight and will be available to all players, even those who don't own Dragonflight yet. Warcraft has announced some timer changes for Season 1 Dragonflight Mythic Plus dungeons. As you can see on this chart here, no change to the Ruby life pools, but the No-Con Defensive gets an extra 10 minutes, the Azure Vaults gets an extra 4 minutes, Alcathar's Academy gets an extra 2 minutes, Court of Stars stays the same, Halls of Valor goes down to 38 minutes, Shadowmoon Burial Grounds goes up 3 minutes, and the Temple of the Jade Serpent stays the same at 35 minutes. If you haven't had a chance to check out the new animated series Dragonflight Legacies, they have now begun. We should see an animated short once a week going into Dragonflight. I'm excited about this. This is chapter 1 featuring Nose Dormu. I hope you enjoy these. Don't forget, in Dragonflight, there are Realm First achievements for Mythic Plus. The previous achievements, Realm First Shadowlands Keystone Master and Realm First Battle for Azeroth Keystone Master, respectively, only required you have a 15 plus, but Dragonflight's version requires a plus 20 instead. This change likely stems from the recent Mythic Plus changes announced for Dragonflight. If you have Dragonflight beta and you've been waiting to test the work order system, it's coming. This week's beta update includes the following additions. With this update, the crafting order system is not yet fully enabled. It will become available for testing with beta hotfixes soon. Don't forget to catch my live streams 5 days a week on Twitch, and please like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell right here on this YouTube channel so you don't miss next week's Scions The Everyday Grind News World of Warcraft edition.